And now, folks, let's go ahead and head to that great part of our day, the problem of the day. This one says, on his first 4 tests, Sam earned an 85, 92, 75, and 62. A little bit of stinger there. How many points on the 5th test will he need to have an average of 80? So we got 4 tests. Sam has earned an 85, 92, 75, and 62 so far. How many points does he need to get an average of 80 on the 5th test? Let's take a look at it and see where it's going here. First of all, let me caution you. You don't want to take these 4 grades and average them and say, oh, that's the number we need to get. No, that's not how it's going to work. Now, I pointed at 80. That's what we want to come with. But if this were different than that, that doesn't mean that's what we're going to have to add. All right, or that's what we need to make on the last grade. That's not the game plan here. What we need to do is figure out what do these 4 points or these 4 tests, what's the influence to get to that 80? Ooh. And instead of 4 tests, we're going to have 5. And average means they all count evenly. So let's take a look at this. We're going to take the 85, which is first test, and average, by the way, we'll do what? We add them together and divide by, in this case, it's going to be 5. So we're going to take 85 plus 92 plus 75 plus 62, and I'm just going to say we're going to add in. Now let me point out to you, on these 4 grades here, yes, they would give you an average that he's got right now, but I think it's probably going to be a little bit under 80. And then it takes a little bit of work to try to figure out, well, what are we going to do, especially when we add another grade, and now we're dividing by 5. So what we're going to do, we're just going to take that whole business of adding those 5 pieces together, and we're just going to go ahead and divide by 5. Because that's going to give us that final average. What does he want? What does he need? For some reason, he's shooting for 80. 80 is the magic number here. Everybody so far good on that? So you say, Ernie, what are we going to do now? That's a lot of numbers up there. Well, we could, why don't we do this? Why don't we go ahead and add those together? And I say, let's go slide off the calculator for a minute and take those, because those aren't the prettiest answers. So let's take a look at it. 85, and we'll take plus 92, plus 75. He had some good grades in there, but ooh, this last one was a kind of a stinger. Hurts. Well, that's what we got, 314. So this is going to look a little bit easier. Speaking of helping us, it looks a lot easier when we add those 4 numbers together. And now we've got 80 over here. Now we can play this thing like a proportion. We can drop a 1 underneath there. But also you can just look at the fact that, oh, when we have a divided by 5 in an equation that we're trying to solve, how we cleaned it up, we multiply by 5, because that will cancel. But remember, you've got to multiply the 5 to the other side also. So it's sort of like good old, well, it is. It's the multiplication property of equality. If you multiply the left side by 5, you got to multiply the right side by 5. Everybody got it? Oh, and by the way, that was a nice one. I gave you some nice easy numbers there. So we got 314 plus this n, this nebulous n. By the way, everybody hopefully figures it out, but you know me, I like for us to define these things. N is the grade of the 5th test, okay? The infamous grade of the 5th test for Sam. And on the other side, we have 80 times 5, which is going to give us 400. Kick that 317 over to the other side. That's what we want to do. And all of a sudden, things look smoother. Well, they do. Now, what's 400 minus 314, you may say? Think about money. Go to the calculator if you need to. It's going to give us 86. And my friends, that's what he needs. That's what he needs. Now, we want to check. You know that. I don't like us just to say, well, yeah, we got the answer. There we are. No, let's check it. Let's do a little checking over in the little box, or this little region area here. And I'm going to take our numbers. We're going to take 85 plus 92 plus 700 and what? Not 700, 775. I'll get that round number right. Plus 62, and now we're going to join 86 into the game plan, and we're going to see, if we divide all that by 5, what do we get? So let's take a look back over here, first of all, to our problem. Let's go to the calculator. I've left up these 4 numbers on purpose because we're going to add the 5th number to the 314. Oh my goodness, everybody says, wow, that's pretty cool. And you say, how do you do that, Ernie? We just press plus, where did it go? There it is. And look what happens at ANS. See that ANS? It just simply says we're going to use that 314 and we're going to add, well, we want to add 86 because that's our 5th grade. And we get 400. My goodness, you know what's going to happen if we divide 400 by 5? Do we get 80? Do we get 80? Brum, rum, brum, rum. We do. We get 80. And you know what? We know the answer works. And that's what he has to make, is that 86 points. So Sam, you better study hard for this one. Better work hard for it. That's as close to his 1st grade there. But notice, even an 86, that just brought him back up to an 80. So these numbers, I'm going to tell you something, 1 or 2 low grades out of 5 and 4 here, it takes an effect on your overall average. So you want to do well, folks, on every grade. And that's your problem of the day today.